The woman once ran away with a poor young man, and even cut ties with her family. But while she was pregnant, her husband suddenly asked for a divorce. 5 years later, the man completely transformed, and became the CEO of a listed group. Without knowing it, he also had a 5-year-old son. That day on the news, they were broadcasting the return of the billionaire CEO. Her son stared at the television and suddenly spoke. "I wonder if I could be this uncle's long-lost son." His words instantly stunned the woman, because 5 years ago after the divorce she secretly gave birth to the child, and raised her son alone. Her best friend advised her to ask her ex-husband for child support, but she only wanted a stable life, and did not want to see that man again. Yet fate brought trouble quickly. At a class reunion, the class monitor publicly announced the woman's ex-husband was the group CEO everyone had been talking about recently. As soon as the words fell, the private room door was pushed open, and the man both familiar and unfamiliar to her walked in. Their classmates all started cheering and toasting, saying they had been the most perfect couple back then. When a glass was handed to her, the man unexpectedly took the woman's glass and drank for her, saying she could not handle alcohol well, just like how he used to protect her before. The woman used an excuse to go to the restroom. She questioned the class monitor, knowing they were already divorced. "Why would you still arrange this meeting?" The class monitor said he wanted to help them reconcile. The woman refused without hesitation, but those words were heard by the man. The man offered to take her home, and they stayed silent the whole way. After arriving downstairs, the man asked to go upstairs for a visit, but the woman directly refused. She was afraid the child would be discovered. The man saw the hole in her sock, and mocked her, saying she had not lived well these 5 years. Then he left angrily. The next day the woman received an interview assignment, and the target was the CEO. She could only call to make a reservation. Unexpectedly, the one who answered was her ex-husband himself. The man made a condition to accompany him to the hospital to see his grandfather, and act out a loving couple performance. Then he would agree to the interview. At that moment, her son suddenly developed a high fever and was also sent to the hospital. Even more coincidentally, the CEO's grandfather saw the child, and found that the boy looked exactly like his grandson when he was young. The old man immediately called to question the man, asking if he had secretly had a child outside. Meanwhile, the woman prepared to take her son home, but the child kept insisting on finding his father. She had no choice but to leave the child with her best friend first, and followed her ex-husband to the grandfather's house. The smart child knew his mother had gone to find his father, so he drove his toy car and followed behind them. Before long, they arrived at the entrance. At that moment, the man's mother was still mocking the woman, saying she could not have children, and even claimed that if she really had a child, she would jump and dance from upstairs for everyone to see. Unexpectedly, at that moment, the security guard brought the child over, saying the child was looking for his mother, and said the woman's name out loud. Everyone present was completely shocked.